Hello, this is Matthias, and yes, I'm playing a little bit of Battlefield again. And, I know most of you people who are following my channel, you are doing it because of PlanetSide 2, and fear not, I have not quit playing that game. I'm gonna come back to it, I'm gonna upload more content of PlanetSide 2, but just decided that I needed a little bit of variety as Battlefield 4 is coming out, and I'm gonna check out that game as well. Now, when I was playing Battlefield 3, I was mostly flying jets. There was a couple of reasons for that, and mainly it was because I was quite disappointed with the game when it was released, and because of that, I felt that I didn't want to waste money on a graphics card, and a graphics card that I only needed for Battlefield 3 and nothing else, because my old graphics card could run any other game perfectly fine. So the problem with that was that infantry gameplay did not work at Battlefield 3. I had didn't have enough frame rates, but as long as I was about 150, 200 meters above the ground, my computer could run Battlefield 3 just fine. And that's how I got into jetplay. And by jetplay, that was only public gameplay. I never got into like high skill dogfighting or anything. Instead, I actually stopped playing the game in April of 2012. Now, when it comes to flying in PlanetSide 2 compared to jet play in Battlefield 3, there is very little that is similar. Actually, I would say there's almost no similarities. Of course, the thing about leading targets and predicting your opponent's movements and stuff like that is, again, they're not similar in that way, but if you are already experienced with the leading targets, it does help if you have that experience from another game. Now, just like in PlanetSide 2, one of the biggest problems when you're flying is anti-air, and here I think I was taking fire from the stationary one in the base. Both that one and the lock-on missiles and the mobile anti-airs have been buffed since I played this game, and I'm sure there are a lot of opinions back and forward, and lots of discussions going on about this. I think they were a little bit underpowered when I was flying back in back in 2012, 2011. But just like with many other games, and here I found another similarity again, is that the less a server is populated, the less people there are, the more powerful air gets. And I don't know if this is something that game developers take in consideration, but it seems to follow the same pattern in a way. And yeah, that's probably why there are so many different opinions about air versus anti-air, and why people experience this very differently. But anyway, in my opinion, it seems to be a little bit more balanced now between air and anti-air in Battlefield 3. As you can see here, I'm being disabled quite quickly. But unlike PlanetSide 2, at least on the maps that I've played on Battlefield 3, the vanilla ones, you only have access to one mobile anti-air and one stationary that is placed in the base. And because of this, it makes it easier for you to calculate the risks as you are engaging the mobile anti-air in a jet or a heli. So now, unlike PlanetSide 2, which is a futuristic game placed on another planet, Battlefield 3 is designed to mimic reality on planet Earth. And not to confuse that with being realistic, because I'm pretty sure most people will agree that there is very little about this game that is actually realistic. And most of us also have no problem with that. I don't see any reason why having the realistic aspect should be a deciding factor in the game development of any game, actually. And here is a good example of that, at least in my opinion. I'm going to shoot 14 rockets on an infantry player here. Obviously I'm not direct hitting him, but even so I still have to switch to the machine gun to finish him off. Now, this would not in any way be realistic, but from a gameplay point of view, I think that to most players it would be very boring if the damage output from jets were realistic. Now, whatever happens when the jet starts shaking like that, I still don't know. Maybe it's a lag thing, or maybe it's supposed to mimic like air pockets or something. I don't know. But if you know, please put it in the comment section below the video. Now, here's a funny thing about the spotting in Battlefield 3. Notice that mine moving. Obviously, it's attached to a jeep. I didn't know that it was actually the mine that got spotted in that situation, but yeah. It's just one of those little details that I started paying attention to as I trying to get back into this game a little bit again. So now engaging an enemy anti-air like this is really risky, and I don't recommend it. I don't know why I did it actually, but after that I felt like a little dip in the ocean was a good way to calm down a little bit after playing with fire like that. Now, this would have been a nice frag to pick up if I would be able to put my aim on the target, but yeah, it wasn't really meant to be. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please stay tuned for more content. There will be a mixture of Battlefield and PlanetSide 2 coming out, so yeah, that's gonna have to be all. Bye for now.